of the plan for the work on the house that we're going to do is to get rid of this addition that's on the back of the house that somebody put on, and we're going to put a different 2-story addition on the house. It makes a little more sense for what we're trying to do, but we can put a master bedroom in it, an upstairs bathroom with a shower. Right now the only shower is on the first floor, so it's not ideal. So I think we're going to take this addition off. We're going to get rid of that porch that's on there. That hot tub needs to go. This is a 12-foot addition off the back of the house. We're gonna put on a 24-foot addition. So it's gonna be 24 by 24. You can see over here, there's 2 windows from the original part of the house. We're gonna get rid of one of those, and the addition's gonna split the difference between those 2. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. On the original house over here, after this addition's gone, and then the addition will go in between those 2 sets of windows. We're basically taking up those 3 center windows on the first floor and the second floor. If you can imagine 3 windows on the first floor. I know that's a little confusing. So in preparation for the work, I need to mark out where the house is actually, or where the addition is going to go, so that the building permit or the code inspector can come, and code enforcement officer can come take a look and make sure everything's good, make sure it's not too close to the road and all that, which I already know it's not because I have the site survey from when we bought the house, so I know we're good. Straight. I should have put a string down, but I was rushing and didn't have time to grab a string. I just forgot. So I was doing some digging. I wanted to see what we were getting into underneath the slate floor. I was trying to see what the original flooring was under there. And it looks like underneath the slate, we have a couple different layers of like a vinyl type floor. Don't know how old it is. I don't know when it was put in. The slate's been around for, I believe, since the 60s. So whatever this stuff is before that. I don't know if there's any hardwood underneath it or not. I'm guessing if there is, it's fairly trashed. I'm not really trying to tear the whole floor up tonight, but it's pretty dirty under there. All right, now I'm getting carried away. I decided to start pulling up some of the laminate flooring to see what was underneath that. This appears to be new, or newer, I don't know how new. Doesn't have that color of old wood. But over here, in the front room, we have what looks to be an older floor. You can see the difference in color. Which that could be stained, I don't know. This doesn't look like it's ever been stained or varnished. Well, this looks like it has been. It's got the varying width flooring, or the varying width boards. This is wider, narrower, in between. I gotta stop. I'm getting carried away. I'll have the whole room tore apart. Tonight's activities are going to include gutting this, or at least starting to gut this. I'm going to try and get some trim out of here, and I'm going to try and get the doors off of the closet, and I don't know, maybe some drywall. The bathroom also needs done, so I could potentially start doing some work in there. But let's see what we can get done in the mudroom first. Okay, I found something potentially exciting here. That's dark wood. That's the old framing on the house, on the original house. We're standing in the addition, so this wall here would be the old outside of the house. And from what I can tell, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but I can see tongue and groove behind there, which means the original siding is right behind this piece of drywall. And I've been really wanting to see it because we want to possibly replicate that siding somehow. So getting this open will give us a good idea, because I do need to start thinking about that for the spring. So let's open this up and see what we find behind it. Okay, so here we have it. The original exterior siding from 1871. All wood, tongue and groove. Gives me an idea of what's going on behind the aluminum siding outside. This helps us to make plans for the future if we want to replicate this, either with wood, which is kind of crazy, maybe hardy, I don't know. There's another type of material made out of potash. But this is great. It gives us a great idea of what's going on without having to peel the aluminum back outside. It's gonna happen eventually, but I'd love to keep it looking halfway decent outside for as long as possible. That just made my life a lot easier. Got this slight curve right here, which is, I think, considered Dutch lap when it's like that. something to look at. Check that out. Must have been a transom window or a taller door there at one point. This is awesome. Not a lot of room in here, so it's kind of hard to film that wall. The rest of this is just gonna be studs. This is all new. You can see the new 2x4s. But I'm just gonna keep tearing out drywall until I don't have any more room, because I don't know where I'm putting this yet. I don't have a dumpster. All right, so I'm standing in the kitchen of the farmhouse right now, and I have some pretty exciting news. I've been gone at work all day, but we had some crews at our company that needed work because a job canceled on us. So I was able to send them over to the farmhouse to do a little bit of demo work, and I'm pretty pleased with the results. So I was working on this last night by myself, trying to get this done. The guys were able to come in today and just rip it apart. There's no lights back here, so it's a little dark. We just take the bulbs out of the light fixture so we can take it down. But you can see this is the old laundry room. Totally done. Still got the toilet though. Gotta have that. So great. Things got a little tougher in here. It was plasterboard with some plaster without lath behind it. We think there's the chance there's a transom window behind here. That's why that chunk is still there. And the reason we think that's a transom window, we found a transom window above the door frame. And there used to be doors on all of these. You can see the where the hinges were. And I think that was normal in these old houses because there would be a fireplace in every room and they didn't want the heat to leave the room, so they would shut all the doors to keep the room warm. And the transom window would be for the summertime. They could open it to let the air flow through the house. I'm gonna find out on the other side what's going on here. I don't think it's gonna be salvageable, but you never know. There's a new box there. Somebody's done a little bit of work over the years. You can see the new wire coming up. And then it goes to the old Romex wire, or whatever it was called back then. But all this is gone. This is great. This room was drywalled, and at the same time they insulated it, but over here, which we don't have a lot of outside walls done yet, but if you look in here, there's nothing. No insulation. We're getting this chase out of here, which is great. The plan is to open this back up to full width in the hall. And the goal is to put in a front door with mostly glass, like 3/4 glass, and then put side lights and then a transom window above so that we can let a ton more light down this hallway, which has always been a little dark. We're thinking about doing herringbone hardwood in this section after we get rid of the slate tile. I haven't built my step protection yet. I need to. So this is probably getting into the more frustrating part of the plaster removal with all of the chicken wire behind the lath. I'm hoping that the guys are gonna be able to grab onto it and rip it off. This fixture is all, I think this was custom made. I don't know what this is, I think somebody made this. It's a bunch of lanterns, oil lanterns, and it's on this chain. It goes up to what looks like a hubcap. And then whatever this wheel thing is, I don't know what it is. I'll take it down, I'm gonna save it. It's just kind of unique. Don't know if we'll ever do anything with it or if it's just scrap, but for now, we'll keep it. It looks like at one point there was a door right here. But that door would have been like halfway down the, like halfway out on the stairs. So it doesn't really make sense. I'm not sure why it's like that. Something else to maybe figure out or maybe not. I don't know. This is the kitchen. All the cabinets are gone. Everything but the dishwasher because it was still had electric hooked up to it.
Look at this beautiful dumpster I found on the property.